Okay, so I haven't been able to do a video for quite some time. Just been doing other things at the moment, but hopefully I can get out again in the next couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to go down to do some beach footage, I guess up at Noosa or something like that. But I just thought what I might do is just go through the Aratula footage that I took and some of the techniques that I used. Um, I mean, I've only just really got started in this, but I can share with you what I did with what I recorded on the days, I guess. So um, I'll just talk through the video and share what I did. You might get something out of it, you might not, but definitely too, if you've got any ideas that you can give me, then that's all well and good too. I'd like to take anything on board to improve anything that I'm doing. Um, Obviously, as I said, it's on a DJI Spark. Um, I like the Spark for the portability of it and ease to just put into your boot and grab it and off you go. Um, what I have found with the Spark though is that in cloudy weather, uh, that the footage isn't really that sharp. You can see that from the trees. If I'm like 60 meters in the air, and you're looking down at the trees, they can look pretty sort of almost painted, um, and without much detail. But in saying that, when the sun's out and you've got your settings right, it's it's a beautiful picture. Um, and to be honest, if you're not watching it on a 4K TV, um, the 1080p is fine for most applications, I guess. But anyway, let's see what we can do here, and I'll just talk you through it. So there's just the title. First set here, I obviously at the dam wall, and what I did was just here, as I go over the wall, I gave the camera a bit of a pan down, and then I took it up slightly, and then just kept it going forward, obviously. I like the look of it as it goes over the wall. Gives you some sort of idea of height, I guess, of how big it was. And I'm not a fan of heights, to be honest. And if you notice it, one of the shots that I do, I'm actually sort of hanging onto the side rail, and I'm looking towards the water because it's not as far down as what the other side was. But this is actually in sports mode that went through there. And now this here, obviously, I'm just moving up slightly, and as I move up to get the whole picture in frame, I'll just move the camera up to the horizon and get the. That's a beautiful dam, beautiful lake. It's a great area to film in. There's lots of things to film in. And I did mess around a little in post-production with color correction. It was a little bit cloudy too. As I said, if the clouds are out, you get better footage with the sun, with the Spark, in my opinion. That's just one of the auto modes you've got there with the Spark. Didn't really behave itself on this one, actually. It was a little bit it's a little bit windy too, so it's only a little thing, so it does fairly well in the wind, I must say. Really, it's pretty impressive for the size of it, compared to my other drone where I had to just fly it. No matter if the wind takes it, you got to fly against it, which was good to learn to fly with. This here, yeah, okay, this is heading towards Queen Mary Falls. It's obviously the creek line that runs down to it. beautiful little spot. It's a great day out if you ever get the chance in the area to go and have a look at it. A great little country road, and you come across little gem spots like this. I really enjoyed the day, to be honest, and it was a little windy in the morning, but it was fine the rest of the day. With that shot there I just did, I actually in post-production I would now actually cut the beginning of that where I was moving the camera with it. It makes it look like it's going too fast, and I just would have cut that and then gone straight to the slow rise up above the tree lines. Now this here, I was actually a little bit wary about sending my drone out, because the valley in front of me was that vast, and it actually had me a little bit worried. It was windy. I did set my GPS home point to where I was, so in the event of signal loss it would have come back, but it was a long way out and a long way down, and I was a little bit, as I said, you know, I'd only been at this point here, I'd only been flying for maybe a month and a half, I guess, so I was still getting used to the capabilities, I guess, of the Spark, and I should have, right now I probably wouldn't have any hesitation and I'd fling it straight into the valley. But yeah, I was a little bit hesitant there. Yeah, these shots here are just, well, basically still shots, obviously, moving just slightly. Where's the next one? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, well in here I couldn't get any GPS. I did set my ISO and shutter speed due to the fact that there were lots of light variance within the forest itself. And it just would have been going dark and light all the time. So anyway, I couldn't get the GPS mode in here. It wouldn't pick up any satellites, so I'm flying there without that, which really isn't an issue. I'm fairly close to the drone. You know, it's you know, I'm not like hundreds of meters away. So, and I was flying through here with my guards on too, prop guards, and to be honest, they have saved a couple of crashes in the past, and I really don't see the difference in flight times when I run the prop guards. I seem to get the same times out of it, so it really doesn't affect how long I'm actually flying, and to be honest I get around 10-11 minutes flight time out of these batteries. We can see there, it gives me a little bit more confidence too, going through the trees like that, knowing that if I did, or the little gust of wind, because the wind actually does affect it a bit when it's not in its GPS mode. You've got to keep an eye on it, otherwise it will move around quite a bit. There wasn't a lot of wind here, but when there was, it wanted to take it for a bit of a ride. This is the Queen Mary Falls. I did a similar technique here to what I did with the dam, but I did actually move the drone upwards as I did it more, as you can see there, as I'm panning down, and it gave, I don't know, it just gives you a feeling of more height, I guess, and a bit of vertigo, to be honest. But it's a nice shot down there. I like that. I did quite a bit of filming this day, and you know, obviously my videos probably don't have to be this long, but I don't know, I just get so much footage, and I really just want to show everything that I did, you know, to a degree, I guess. But there was some pretty close sort of flying to rock faces and stuff here, and again, a little bit nerve-wracking, I guess, for me at that time. But I really wanted to get these shots. You know, I got a bit close to the rock there, but obviously didn't hit it. There's just so many different angles and things you can take with waterfalls. I mean, there's a lot more impressive waterfalls out there, I guess, and this one in particular actually is a lot more impressive when there's a lot more rain, like any waterfall really. But this is just, you know, a little bit of a gentle waterfall there. Nice effects, beautiful rock colours when they're wet. That's a really nice spot. The walk back was the hardest part about this, uphill. But it's a beautiful creek too that runs the whole, all through there. It's a lovely thing. I've got to actually stuff around with the camera a little bit more to see if I can get the some more effects with the still photos too, which I'll get to later on, I guess. Yeah, this house here, it was huge. It was on stumps. It was in the middle of the bloody bush. And I thought, someone would have to be living in this, but they're not. It's abandoned. There's no one living in it. And I just thought that it would be a nice shot, just to pull up, straight up shot. Easy enough to do. Nothing silly. No tripod. Again here, I didn't do any tripod modes without throughout this whole day. That's just a normal rise up, and that went to about 100 meters above that house. I've actually got mine set to 100 meters. I know I can go 120, but I stay well within the limits. This I actually did do a lot of color correction on because it was very dark. That rock was actually very dark, but I think it came out okay. I'm using Premiere Elements 18. It's not Premiere Elements Pro or anything like that. But a beautiful spot though, beautiful. And that was, it's about 500 meters from the road, I guess, this footage here. And just in time for, you know, a nice sunset over the mountains there. That's just a little bit of farmland. Obviously that sees a little bit more water than the surrounding areas. Although over the last week or so we've had a lot of rain out there, so it'd be kind of interesting to go back out there and do some more filming because there'd be a lot more green out there. As I said, you know, that's probably a bit of a waste of time putting that footage in. I mean, it's nice and everything, but yeah, probably could have done without that. But I pan up a little bit here, I think, and it just shows the whole that great dividing range that goes all the way through. It's a pretty big mountain range, and that's oh yeah, that's just the I think they call it the Rocket. And this is where I hang on. Holy moly, I'm a bit high here. Oh dear. I never used to be scared of heights, but I don't know what happened. So what do? Buy a drone that goes, you know, 100 meters in the air. These are the pano shots I took. There's about 3 or 4 of them, slightly adjusted with some color correction, but that's about it really. So all in all, pretty impressed with what the Spark can do for such a little thing. You know, you can't go wrong actually for your first drone. If you're looking at doing it, it's pretty good. So yeah, there you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and might have got a few little hints out of it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you all.